I want to introduce to you somebody by the name of Dante Lee, who has spent 25 years to be exact, curating marketing communities. Um, I mean, you can just go right now to blacknews.com where you could advertise on that site. Guys, it's one thing to advertise, but it's a whole nother thing to advertise to over 1 million followers, and not just followers, people that are engaged. I'm even engaged. And so I'm just excited to bring somebody with wisdom that has a heart of gold, who wants to see, he could be charging $1,000 for ads, and he just refuses to increase. He refuses to increase his fees because he wants to make sure that people are being heard. He wants to make sure that people are being heard. And so we talk about being in the right space at the right time. We talk about being in the position, or not even in the position really, guys, but to be in a space where, because you're in that space, something happens to you. So I was talking to Dante earlier and I said, Dante, the goal is to give the people something that they can do now that's not going to be costly, that's not going to have a fee, that they can literally implement in their business today and see some action, see some results, see how they can 10x their goals. And he said, Claudienne, don't worry, I got you. Y'all write, I got you just write, I got you. Just write, I got you in the chat box. Right, go ahead and just write, I got you. Dante, are you there?
I am here and I am ready and I am excited. And thank you for the invitation. And it's a pleasure to see all these beautiful faces.
Nice. Well, take it away. I just want to say thank you for being here with us. I know that you're going to leave some very important tips and tools for the people on here today, the 24 that are going to be on here. We're going to get this call to double in the next 10 minutes. So guys, just take another minute before Dante starts. Get this out to your team. Make sure that they understand what is going on, what they're about to miss. And let's go from there. Go ahead, Dante.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for having me again. And it's a pleasure to see all these beautiful faces, all these successful people. And it's a pleasure to have the opportunity to be able to share my insight uh, with all of you. As mentioned, I look young, but I've been in business for 25 years. I started my company when I was 19 years old. I was still in college. And here we are 25 years later. And I'm 43 years old and still in business and still learning and still growing. But also, I've developed along the way a passion to help other people so that they can learn and grow as well. So I'm going to share my screen. I have a PowerPoint presentation that I want to use as a guideline so that you guys can fully benefit. As you guys know, the title of this particular session is called Elevate Your Real Estate Presence. And we're going to be talking about how to get more leads and build your brand using social media. And we're going to talk a lot about what you should do, but we're going to talk even more about what you should not do. And I think that sometimes when we talk about what we shouldn't do, that helps us to see even more clearly what we should be doing. First, a little bit about myself. Claudienne gave me a beautiful introduction, but I just want you guys to have more insight as to who I am and why you should really pay attention to what I have to say. One, I graduated from Bowie State University, class of 2002, HBCU, based in Maryland. I started my company when I was on campus. I was literally in the computer lab, and I started my company at 19 years old. Since then, I've grown to the point where I'm literally able to help 1,000 or more Black entrepreneurs go viral every single year. That's the bread and butter of what I do, the marketing and PR side. But I'm also involved now, as Claudienne mentioned, on the real estate side, and I'm very excited about that. I have combined 1.2 million followers. I mostly just use Facebook. Now, I know some of you are on Twitter. I know some of you are on Instagram, and there's nothing wrong with any of those platforms, but I have found Facebook to be an extremely successful platform for almost anything I do. So if you want to follow me, you can go to Facebook. You can find me, Dante Lee, facebook.com/Dante Lee. That's my personal page. You'll see that I have almost 100,000 followers there. As Claudienne mentioned, I'm also the founder of a site called blacknews.com. And if you go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/blacknews, you will see that we have 1.1 million followers there. So combined, I have a following of 1.2 million followers. That does not happen by accident, guys. That was intentional and that was strategic. And as mentioned here in this bullet point, I own a couple of other properties as well. Websites, blackbusiness.com obviously is a site that puts the spotlight on what Black entrepreneurs are doing. Blackhistory.com is obviously an online encyclopedia about historical accomplishments from people that look like us. Just recently, just getting into the real estate, I've launched blackhomeownership.com and blackmlos.com. And then I've always kind of been doing recruiting, diversity recruiting through blackjobs.com. We even do Latino recruiting. We have a site called hispanicjobs.com as well. Guys, you might not believe this, but I've written 26 books. I stopped writing books because I didn't know what else to write. I ran out of content to write, but I have written 26 books over the last 25 years. Again, I'm sharing all this with you to just establish myself as someone that you really should listen to. Yeah, I really want you guys to get to know me. And I really want you guys to believe in some of the strategies and tactics that I'm going to be teaching you today. I want to share a testimonial real quick before we get started. This is the best. The reason why I share this testimonial is this is the best testimonial that I've ever received from somebody, a video testimonial. Let's just watch this.
The most powerful relationship I've ever had was a guy named Dante Lee. He runs a company called Black PR. If you guys are in the business of want your business to go, you got to reach out to Dante Lee, Black PR. Here's why. People say, how did you get on the Tom Joyner Morning Show 3 times and invited to his VIP family reunion with your own booth and all that? You paid $40,000? No, I got it for free because of Dante Lee. Ooh, I'm a rapper. I got it for free because of Dante Lee. Dante Lee, I'm in the Super Bowl chilling I'm in the Super Bowl on the field at the Super Bowl. And a guy hollered down at me. He said, man, I paid $70,000 to be up here. You on the field with the cheerleader. How much did you pay? I got it for free because of Dante. I got it for free because of Dante Lee. Dante Lee created for me I heard of you syndrome. If people had, let me give you an example. This company said, oh, we're going to pay you $10,000 to speak. And I said, okay, great. And then they called me like 2 weeks ago, before the event, they go, we're not going to pay you the $10,000 because we're just not going to do it. And then all of a sudden, a week before the thing, they go, are you Warren Hudson that was just in People magazine? I said, yes. They said, oh, we're going to pay you the money now. I was at People magazine because of Dante Lee. Dante Lee runs a company called Black PR. And I'm telling you, you have to have that brand identity. They have to heard you. I went to several events. I get there, they go, wait a minute, you Warren Hudson? I go, yeah. They say, refund his money back. People have given me my money back because they've heard of my name. Say, create. I heard of you. Syndrome.
Okay, very good. And that's what it's about. That's what we're going to be learning today, guys. Creating that I heard of you syndrome. How do you stand out from the crowd? Obviously, there are millions of people on social media. As realtors or real estate professionals, or whatever it is you may be doing, how do you be visible? How do you create traction? How do you generate engagement, which ultimately all leads to more sales and more transactions for yourself and for your business. So this is what we're going to learn today. We're going to learn, as I mentioned, what not to post on social media. That's key. We're going to learn what to post on social media. We're also going to learn how not to post on social media. And then we're going to learn how to post on social media. And then I'm just going to give you a basic breakdown of how your profile page should look. And guess what? We're going to look at my page, because I get a lot of engagement on my page, and a lot of transactions happen because of that engagement. And not everything I do is related to real estate, but now that I'm in the real estate industry, a lot of what I'm posting does have to do with real estate. So when we look at my page, we're going to look at multiple things that I'm posting and how I'm posting, and just how, generally speaking, you can get people to engage with their content. When they're engaging with your content, they're engaging with you. When they're engaging with you, over time, they're more likely to buy what you're selling, because they trust you. You're a reference. You're a resource. You're more than just a real estate agent. You're the go-to person when they need help, and that's what we want to create. So here's what not to post on your social media page, ever. Do not post your political views on your business page. If you have a personal page for that, that's fine. But on your business page, where you are engaging with clients and or potential clients, stay out of politics. I know there was a big presidential debate last night. I know everybody has a viewpoint and something to say about it. Politics is divisive. You don't want to lose clients voicing your opinion. Remember, when it comes to closing that deal, we don't care if our client is Republican or Democrat. We just want to close the deal. So don't post political views on your business page, or religious views. Same thing. There are more than 1,000 religions out there. Everyone, excuse me, everyone has their own beliefs. Everyone has their own teachings. Again, if those are conversations you want to have outside of business or on a personal page, that's fine. But on your business page, my suggestion is to stay out of there. Why? Because you can lose people just by expressing your religious belief on your business page. It's really not the platform to be discussing religion anyways. If you're Christian and you love Jesus, that's great, but that may come off offensive to one of your potential clients who may be atheists or who may be Muslim. So be careful about that. I see sometimes entrepreneurs, sometimes they'll live stream from church, posting videos. Be careful. Be careful with that. Remember, your goal when it comes to social media presence is about getting new clients, establishing yourself, and nurturing yourself as a go-to resource for business and real estate. You lose people when you go in this direction. I also don't recommend posting personal family pictures. Whatever's going on at the family reunion, leave that for your personal page. Remember, the idea is to be consistent and to be professional. And for the people viewing you, remember, you have an audience. If you have friends or followers on your social media page, which we all do, that's your audience. And remember, through your post, you're dictating who follows you and who unfollows you. You don't want people who are looking to follow someone for great real estate and housing information. You don't want them to unfriend you because they start noticing that you're not really posting about that. Yes, that's what your profile says, but your content doesn't reflect that. It's very easy for someone to click follow, very easy for someone to unfollow you. I always recommend, excuse me, I always recommend when you go on vacation, that's great. Enjoy yourself. Take all the pictures you want. Post those pictures on your personal page. Same thing. On your professional page, people want to, if you're presenting yourself as a real estate professional, then that's what people want to see and hear from you. They want to see content related to real estate and housing and anything regarding that industry. So with that being said, let's get right into what you should post on your social media page, especially as a realtor. Your wins. People love to celebrate your accomplishments, your milestones. If you sell a house or if you do anything, if you achieve any type of milestone related to real estate, show people that. You can do this through a photo. You can do this through a video. And you can also just do this by just talking about it and sharing your experience. That's what people are following you for in the first place. And guess what? This is kind of a creative way of promoting that you're a real estate agent without saying you're a real estate agent. You're actually selling your services without really selling your services. You're doing it indirectly. You're just telling a story. You're just saying, hey, look at what I accomplished today. If you sell a house, or again, any similar type of achievement, milestone, celebrate that. People love to hit like. They love to use the emojis, the heart. They love to type in comments and say congratulations. And they also love to share your wins with other people. And that's what this is ultimately about. Likes, comments, and shares when it comes to social media. Create your content so that you're getting likes, comments, and shares. Tell your stories. Show your stories. If you're going to do a video, tell the story within 10 to 20 seconds. Don't do a 2-minute video or a 3-minute video, or definitely not a 10-minute video. Just do a quick 10 to 30-second video talking about your achievement, your milestone that you reached. If you win an award, if you get awarded in any way whatsoever, post that. Again, what you're doing is you're establishing a reputation with the people that follow you. It's better to show them how good you are at what you do versus telling them how good you are at what you do. Let them see it for themselves. More than likely, the people that follow you and people, your friends, more than likely, they already know that you're in real estate. Now, give them some validation for why, if ever they need any help with any real estate matter, why they should come to you. Let them see your awards. Let them see your credentials. Here's what's very key. And this is what people want the most. They want news. They want content. If you're a real estate agent, you are more than just a real estate agent. You're a real estate expert. You're a real estate resource. You are the go-to person for real estate. So when something happens in the news regarding real estate or regarding housing, post about it, talk about it. You can do this, as we mentioned before, by means of a photo. You can do this by means of a short video, or you can just post an image and then talk about it. You can even ask a question to engage people, let them chime in on it. This ultimately, again, establishes you as the go-to person whenever a person needs real estate assistance. But it also helps the algorithms on your page. The more people are engaging with your posts, this helps the algorithms, for example, with Facebook, to let them know that, hey, this person has a lot of engaging content, so let's show his content more. We all know that when you post something on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, they don't show it to everybody. They don't show it to all your friends. They don't show it to everybody who's following you. But they will show it to more people if you're consistent about posting engaging content. Now, when it comes to real estate, the content can be very, very wide. It can be about a lot of different things. For example, predatory lending. Listen, if something happens about predatory lending and you're in the real estate industry, talk about it. If Wells Fargo is getting sued again for ripping off Black and brown people, talk about it on your page. The people that are following you, they are following you for that reason. That is what they are looking to receive from you. Let me see, some people are leaving comments. Okay, someone said, no, oh no, no more of my kids. Somebody said, my family does not want to be on my page for business. Good, very good. But people are following you as a real estate agent, not just for when and if ever they want to buy or sell a house. Don't think of it in that way. They're following you because they're looking to you as the expert on the matter. They're looking to you for you to be the expert on the topic. They're looking for insight. They're looking for the latest news. So it's your job as a real estate agent or real estate professional to present that information as it happens. Now, again, I'm not saying to take a picture, like this is an old article I found. I'm not saying to take a picture of a newspaper article, but you can repost a link to an article that you found. And again, you can absolutely do a short video about, with some commentary about some latest news that may have happened, whether it's locally or nationally. And you can absolutely just type text. And I'm going to show you guys that later. Not everything you do has to be visual. It doesn't have to be a photo or image. You can actually grab people's attention with text. I'm going to show you guys how that works later. Gentrification is another topic. Listen, if gentrification is happening, which it is in most places, talk about it and show it. It may help to even go to some gentrified area and do a short video there and just talk about gentrification. Listen, when we're doing this, when we're sharing news with our followers and friends, we don't do it in a salesy way. People already know you're a realtor, so you don't have to keep mentioning that in the videos or in the post or in the pictures. You don't have to keep saying, by the way, if you need my help, let me know. And they already know. They already know what you do. Let your work sell itself. Let your profession sell itself. Be a trustworthy resource. Give people the information and the education that they need and that they want. If you live in an area that's being gentrified and it's affecting housing, talk about it. You can, again, I just put a newspaper article up here, but no, share the link from CNN or wherever the story is being covered. If it's a video that's already made, share the video. In fact, you can go, let's back up on this topic. I want you guys to get into the habit of going on to TikTok and finding videos about gentrification, about predatory lending, and about the latest real estate news. And I want you guys to get into the habit of downloading those videos because TikTok makes it very easy to do that. And I want you to get into the habit of uploading that video to your page and sharing that with people and allowing people to comment on it and express how they feel about it. There's a lot of great videos about real estate on TikTok, just real estate in general. I watched a great video yesterday on TikTok. All she was talking about was property taxes. And she's a realtor. Now, in the video, she ain't say nothing about being a realtor because she knew that her viewers already know that. It's already on your profile page that you can help if someone needs to buy or sell a house. But she literally promoted herself by just talking and educating people about property taxes. And she was even showing people how to lower their property taxes. That's the kind of content that you want to post as a real estate agent. You can post your own content. I do encourage that, but you can also post the content of others. Actually, most people want you to share their content. So if they create a great video, share it with your audience. Remember, it helps you, it helps your reputation, it helps to solidify you so that people view you as the person to go to when it comes to real estate. Person has a real estate doubt, they have a real estate question, they're going to come to you. And that's what you want them to do. We don't just want people to come to us when they want to buy or sell a house. We want to come to them when they have any concern about real estate. We want to be community real estate experts. Tell everybody everything, the good, bad, and the ugly. All right. Now, we just did the what. Now let's go to the how. This is how not to post on your social media pages. These are common mistakes that I've seen, but it's okay. That's why we're here, to help each other. Do not post images like this on social media. In fact, I don't even have to tell you why. You've already posted images like this and you've already seen that they got very little engagement. And here's why. It's not your fault that the image got little engagement. It's not that the image doesn't look good. It's not that you don't look good on the image. The reason why these type of images do not get great engagement on social media is because social media algorithms don't like these type of images. They don't want you to post these type of images. They don't want posts to be advertorial. They don't mind pictures. They love pictures. But anything that resembles a flyer, automatically, the algorithms are going to penalize the post, show it to as few people as possible. And that's why you're seeing on your end, very few likes, very few comments, and very few shares. They don't like graphics with too much text. It's too advertorial. Social media, they want stories. They want pictures. They don't want a whole bunch of ads. Think about it. If everybody was posting flyers like this and the social media algorithms would entertain these type of posts, then this is all what social media would be. And we would all lose interest in it very quickly. It'll be a whole bunch of business card looking flyer type images. As good as this looks, this is supposed to be used in other ways. You can print these out as flyers. You can print these out as business cards, postcards, whatever it may be. But these are not for social media. And again, you guys already know this, I know, because you've already tried. And it's true that there's a lot of applications such as Canva that will encourage you to make these type of images and post them on social media. Again, I've been doing this a long time. Remember, I have almost 1.2 million followers. These type of images will get penalized every single time. Here's another one. There's nothing wrong with these images. It's not like it's unprofessional. Very professionally done. It's very informative. But literally, Facebook or Instagram, you'd just be scrolling and scrolling through this type of stuff if this is what their technology embraced. Let me see what some of the comments are saying. Kia said need to be more marketable for potential and active clients. That's correct. Karen says, I understand about sharing news, but shouldn't we keep it more positive so that way it motivates people, inspires them to buy? Absolutely. But tell people the truth. Be truthful. They'll respect you for that. They'll respect you for that. But absolutely, I'm not saying to overwhelm your page with a whole bunch of negativity. But at the same time, people want to know the good, bad, and the ugly. They don't want you to be biased. They don't want you just to share the good news with them. Sometimes we got to share the bad news with them as well. But obviously, we can be balanced there because obviously, yeah, we don't want to convince someone not to ever buy a home or anything like that.
Dante, I want to interject for a second.
Sure.
I noticed when I started to follow you, I was so excited to see so much success. It was like the success really drowned out what somebody could perceive as negative. And I don't even think that you post negative stuff. I think that you just post facts. And it doesn't seem like you have a side. It's not like you're saying, I agree with this, but let me post this here and see what you guys think. So it may be perceived as negative because it's not, oh, this person just launched Pampers and Target, or this person just launched the first this, and this. Some of the stuff can be perceived as negative, but actually they're just facts. And then the engagement starts. So I just wanted to just point that out to the person that just said that. It's not that he's being negative. Those are facts. And now people are just posting, and the engagement, I get caught in the engagement. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, let me do my research before I make a comment. And even my comments are getting so much engagement. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do agree with the idea of being balanced. You don't want to just have a page full of a whole bunch of negative stuff, especially when it could interfere with the line of business that we're in. But at the same time, to establish the repertoire where people trust you and they know that you're going to be unbiased, then yeah, sometimes we got to share whatever the news is. But yeah, that engagement. And then remember too, there's always, like, for example, let's say we're talking about gentrification. Okay, that's a negative thing that can be repositioned into being a positive thing because there's a way to combat gentrification. And we can talk about it from that way. We can let people know. Think about it. Let's just say there's a gentrified area where you live and it's being covered, right? Or you decide to go there and cover it, right? You're going to do a video there. That's a great opportunity to explain to investors, real estate investors, hey, this is why we should get down here because look at what's happening and look at these opportunities. And hey, there's some distressed properties over here. And these are opportunities to either minimize the gentrification or to stop the gentrification that's coming here. I mean, all roads lead back to you. Make it all lead back to you in a positive way, even if it is a negative story. Does that make sense to you guys? Can y'all put that in the comments? If it makes sense, let me know. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to share one more image right there. Again, these images are nice. They're colorful, professionally shot, but this is not for social media. This is not for social media. This is for print material. And this is for other things. Maybe you can use it. Maybe, for example, flyers like this, you can text it out or you can send it through WhatsApp or whatever app you're using to message with people. You can use this kind of stuff. That's fine. Social media, no. They will, not only will they penalize the post, they will penalize, excuse me, they will penalize your algorithm. So now it affects your next couple of posts. Because Facebook algorithms, they're very smart and a lot of stuff is AI based, as we know now. So these are not necessarily humans making these decisions. And they're going to say, yeah, the last 3 posts from this person was purely just flyer type stuff. Now, when you're posting something that's not, you're still being affected by the reputation that you set for yourself with these AI Facebook algorithms. So be careful with that. Here's another thing I'm going to throw out there too while we're on this matter. If you post something on social media and after 30 minutes, it's not getting engagement, take it down, delete it. If it's not getting engagement, you're posting wrong. Excuse me, you're posting wrong, take it down, delete it, and try it again in another way. I do it all the time. So a lot of times people look at my page and they say, why do you get so much engagement every single one of your posts? You know what? Sometimes I do post and it don't do well and I take it down. Remember, your Facebook page or Instagram page, whatever you're using, that is how people size you up these days. That's what they look at to determine how legit you are. No, Allison says, doesn't deleting mess with the algorithm? No, I have never had that problem, Allison. If it's not engaging, delete it, take it off. Remember, as people scroll through your page, they're taking a look at 2 things. The number of followers you have, which is not such a big deal, truthfully, because not everybody's going to have 1 million followers, and it's not necessary to have 1 million or even 100,000 followers. It's not necessary to be reputable. But people will definitely size you up by looking at what you're posting and looking at how it's engaging people. So if I go through your feed, excuse me, if I go through your page and I see that on your feed for the past month you've been posting and very, very little people have been engaging with you, very people have been liking your posts, very few people have been sharing or leaving comments on your posts, then that kind of makes me feel like there's a reason why people are not engaging with you. And I'm more interested in finding somebody else who's a little bit more engaging. Whether people think or say that consciously or subconsciously, that's what happens. Because the truth of the matter is, if you are a reputable leader in your field, then there should be activity on your social media page. It should be likes, it should be hearts, it should be comments, it should be shares, and that validates you. Again, that may not even be a conscious thing that people do. Excuse me. It may not even be a conscious thing that people do, but subconsciously, that's what they're doing. And that's how they're sizing you up. So this is important. If you post something and it doesn't get engagement within 30 minutes, truthfully, you're going to know within the first 10 minutes. But I'd say give it 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, if you posted something, if you have, let's just say you have 1,000 followers, right? Because I'm gonna assume that's what the average person has, maybe 500 to 1,000 followers. Okay. So if you post something and after 10 minutes, you got 1 or 2 likes, and after 30 minutes, you still only got 1 or 2 likes, then that wasn't a good post. Just that simple. Let's continue. These images as well. I know you're a real estate agent. I know you're selling houses. I know that this is what people want to see, right? Obviously, they want to see the picture of the house and the price of the house, what it looks like on the inside and outside. If you post an image like this, Facebook is going to penalize the post. Facebook, their algorithms do not like collages of images. You can post images. I'm not telling you not to post images, but don't post it like this. They want you to post the images one at a time. Now, if you're going to combine an image, you can get away with doing maximum 3. But I would tell you never to do more than 2 images combined in the same image. Separate those images, because this will immediately trigger. They find this kind of stuff to be too advertorial looking, and they just don't want a whole bunch of that. And remember as well, Facebook wants you to pay to advertise. But the truth of the matter, even if you wanted to pay to advertise this, they would deny the ad. Because even for the paid ads, they want the ads to not look too much like ads. Karen says, Dante, regarding your last comment, I realized on my post, I don't get much engagement, but that same post will go in a story, and there I will get the hearts and likes, the views and the DMs. Should we be sticking more to stories? You know what? If it works, stick to whatever works. So if you find that it's working in stories, then absolutely keep doing what you do. Yeah, find what works for you. I think it depends with every person and with every business and with every approach. Some of you out there thinking, I don't use Facebook. I've never got engagement on Facebook, but I do get engagement on Instagram. So stick with Instagram. Others are saying the exact opposite. I use Instagram and I've never gotten engagement there, but Facebook has been a little bit better for me. Then go with Facebook. I'm personally a Facebook person. Now remember, Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same company. But the things that I'm promoting and how I'm promoting and my style of marketing, it seems to do better always, tremendously better on Facebook. So I would always say, if what you're doing is working, stick with that. If it's not working, then don't keep. If it's not working, don't do 2 things. Don't keep doing it expecting different results, because it's not going to be different results. And then 2, I would say if it's not working, don't automatically assume that social media doesn't work. It's the way you're posting. Believe me, it's the way you're posting. Social media is a science. It's about experimenting and figuring it out. It's about posting. If you follow me, Claudia knows, Crystal knows as well. If you follow me on social media, you see that I'm posting a lot. And not every one of my posts get as much engagement as I would like them to. And if it's really low engagement, as I've told you already, I delete it. But it is about being consistent and posting and sharing and seeing what sticks and seeing what doesn't stick. And sometimes you do a video and you think it's a great video and you walk away with 30 views and maybe that's not enough for you. So now you're discouraged. Do another video, do it a different way. And also study the people that are getting engagement. There are a lot of real estate agents out there, because I've seen it on Instagram. I've also seen it on TikTok and Facebook. There's a lot of real estate agents that are posting and getting a lot of engagement. There's nothing wrong with you stealing their style of posting. They don't own the style of posting. They've just learned what engages people and what people react to. Here's another image. Again, this is great for a flyer, great for a postcard. This is not something that you would post on social media. Now, this one actually hits the 2 points that would get it penalized. Too much text, and then you've got the collage of photos there. Every single time you post something like this, Facebook will penalize it. Every time. And Instagram as well. All right, so let's find out how to post on your social media pages. I'm going to take you guys to my page, and I'm going to show you how I post so you can see for yourself. Now, everything, as I mentioned, everything that I post is not always about real estate because that's not all that I do. This is my Facebook page. If you guys aren't following me, go ahead and follow me. My page is in Spanish, by the way. As mentioned, I'm in Mexico. But the content that I'm posting here is in English. So here's the first thing. Let's hit this. Well, we'll come back to this, but we'll come back to how your profile page should look. But I feel like most real estate agents already have that down packed as far as.
No, Daniel, I'm like over here like pulling my hair out, okay? All those banners you were showing, I'm like, that's me. That's my banner. That's my banner. And so thank you for that. But now that I'm even looking at your, if you're gonna come back to this, great. But I realize that this is a photo of you. This is not a banner that I put together with photos and this is interesting to me.
Yes, it's true. So a lot of people like to put, and again, you can put let me clarify this. You can put a little bit of text on the images. What I'm saying is don't overwhelm the image with text. So actually, the way I met Claudienne in the first place is I saw her page, and I believe, Claudienne, you even had your phone number, right, on this image, correct? And that's how I ended up getting in contact with her. That's okay. But overwhelming this picture, I think they call this the background picture or the cover picture with text is not a good idea. Remember, there's a space on your page to tell people what you do. By the way, you can also create a nickname for yourself. Facebook allows you to do that. So I call myself the revenue doctor. If you want to put the real estate expert or the realtor or real estate agent or real estate broker, whatever it is you want to put here, you can put that there right by your name. And automatically people know what you do. You don't have to overwhelm them with information about what you do. This is called a cover photo because it's supposed to be just that, a photo. This is called a profile photo because it's supposed to be just that, a photo. It is true that Facebook will also, and I use this word penalize, Facebook typically don't tell you when they're penalizing you. They just don't show your stuff to nobody, that's all. And when it comes to your page, guess what? A person, let's say you're a realtor in, let's just say Miami, Florida, for example. Remember, people can use Facebook to search. I can literally come in here and type in real estate agent, Miami, Florida. And then Facebook has this whole algorithm on who they're going to show first. They won't tell you this, but they will rank you lower or even last if your page, even your cover photo and your profile photo is just too much going on, especially when it comes to text. They just want a photo. That's all they want. And that's all you need. You can tell people here what you do. And then, of course, there's always the little section here. Some people don't even fill this section out. But there's a little section here where you can put in a little bit blurb about who you are and what you do. Remember, as a real estate agent, it's kind of obvious what you do. You don't really have to tell people, unless you're doing something a little different. But most of us are just helping people buy and sell homes. So you don't have to overwhelm people with that message. They get it. If you say you're a real estate agent, we know what real estate agents do. Now, when it comes to posts, now, as Claudia mentioned, I with my PR and marketing stuff, I post a lot about what Black entrepreneurs are doing, or really I post anything positive what Black people are doing. So, but notice how I posted this post real quick. And again, this has nothing to do with real estate. So just kind of find a way to use this strategy with your real estate business. This has to do with a Black-owned gift wrapping company. All I did, this is a client of mine. I told her to take this picture because she just got to deal with Hallmark. So I said, hey, I need you to go out to the local Hallmark store, take a picture of yourself with your gift wrap. And then all I did was post the picture with a little bit of text with this caption. That's all I did. I didn't do nothing to the picture. I didn't add nothing to the picture. And look at how much engagement it has. Look at how many people have liked it. Look at how many people have hearted it. Look at how many people have left comments. You know what? 3 people just left a comment while I was explaining that. Did y'all see that? It said 227, and while I was talking about it, it jumped to 230. And look at how many people have shared it. 140 people. Now, to me, this is a great post with great engagement, but this is actually a little bit lower engagement than what I'm used to. Onisha says, what about hashtags? Is it necessary? Excuse me. You know what, Onisha, that's a good question. I always use hashtags when I'm posting on Twitter. I never use hashtags on Facebook. On Instagram, though, yes, you would use hashtags. On TikTok, you would use hashtags, yes. But I think sometimes people put more emphasis on hashtags than they do on the actual post. Because you can hashtag all you want. If it's not a good post, it's not going to get visibility or engagement. But I'll say this, Onisha, hashtags don't hurt anything. Hashtags don't hurt. I've never seen a hashtag or a series of hashtags hurt a post. So if you feel like it's working or it could work, give it a shot and see what happens.
Daniel, can I say something really quickly?
Yes.
So most of the people, if you don't know, I have a 2 and a 3-year-old. My 2-year-old is still in Pampers, and I do use nighttime Pampers for Legend, even though he's potty trained. He's coming out of Pampers. And he posted about a young lady whose Pampers, Black-owned, went to Target. Well, guess where I shop? In Target. So if I had not seen the post, honestly, I would not even have noticed, because my brain tells me to go to Huggies, because that's what we use. And so because I'm here and because I do engage, I was excited. I said, well, what is it going to cost me to just try out some Pampers? You know, it cost me $19.99, and I was able to support a business. And if I love the Pampers, what am I going to do, guys? I'm probably going to go to my Instagram stories, tag the person, tag Black News, and say, oh my God, I bought these Pampers to try because I saw them here, and now I'm in love with the Pampers. And if I reach 10 people, even if I reach 5 people, I know that business owner is excited. And not only that, Dante is now, I'm sure I'm one of many who went and did the same. But now that also says that what he is doing works. I don't know what you think about that, Dante.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, sharing valuable information, like sometimes with our social media pages, we have this idea that we have to be so promotional. Everything has to be promotional. Just be a resource. Just show valuable and relevant information that your followers would enjoy. That's the key. Because yeah, the information, if it's good, it will sell itself. Octavia says, I have a busy schedule and I find it challenging to maintain daily social posting. I'm considering using AI to create a monthly social media campaign that schedules generic real estate content daily. Then I could add additional timely content as needed through a platform like Sprout Social. What are your thoughts on this approach? Octavia, my response to that is you can try it and see how it works. But first, I would probably suggest that before you use AI to do anything, because remember, AI needs to be trained. Let me explain that to you guys about AI. AI is amazing, but you need to train it first to work the way you need it to work. And you can only train it to work the way you want it to work when you know how you want it to be working. So what I would say, Octavia, to you is first, try to figure out yourself. I know you're busy, but try to figure out yourself what type of posts really work with your audience. What type of posts really engage your audience? When you figure that out, then yes, now you can go to AI and say, hey, I want automatic posts like this, because this is what my audience interacts with. And then AI will learn your style of posting. That's my answer to that question. Karen says, Dante, what about a VA to assist? That's what I was going to suggest. I absolutely suggest that. But again, even with the VA, which for those who don't know what a VA is, we're talking about virtual assistants, not the state of Virginia. And we're not talking about veterans. You still got to be able to tell the VA what you want and how they should be posting for you. You got to, or at least give them something to look at, to say, hey, look, you see these posts right here? You see how many people engage with that post? That's what I need you to do. More stuff like that. Because sometimes the VA may not really know. I mean, anybody can make a post, anybody can create an image and post something. But again, we want engaging content. So my suggestion, find out first what your followers and friends are responding to. And as soon as you hit that target point, that sweet spot with them, now you know, oh, okay, that's what they want. They like this kind of stuff. They like that kind of stuff. All right, so now repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, and just keep posting that kind of stuff. Guys, I've been on Facebook since Facebook started. And I have not changed much my style of posting. In fact, I'm going to show you guys more of what I post. So I want to show you this too. I posted this image. Now, Claudian asked me to post this, and I gladly did because I was proud of what I was being invited to do. But I already knew that this image was going to get very little engagement. And as you can see, we got 3 likes and 3 comments. Again, it's not because anything is wrong with the image. This is a very professionally designed image. And it's very, very strategic. It was strategically created. It's just that Facebook does not like images that have too much text in them. That's just what it is. So let me show you some other posts. I posted this earlier. That's not even one of my favorite ones. Let's go down. Oh, so I went on a rant this morning. I came up with the idea to just start talking about Black home ownership. And because I was watching some TikTok videos last night about redlining, and I was reading about, just the status of how many real estate agents are Black and how many homes we're able to sell versus our white counterparts. And so I just went on a rant, right? So you can see this post, it didn't do that great. Got a little bit of engagement. But I just started posting facts. And I have some other real estate products. So I just posted some stuff here. Notice I'm just using text messages. At this point, I'm not even using images. Got a little bit of engagement. I made a little bit of an announcement of what me and my daughter are doing. Notice how I just posted text. So I call this Twitter style Facebook posting, where you just literally say what you're going to say in as few words as possible and just post it. Now you can see that I posted that 7 hours ago, and it already almost has 100 likes and 18 comments, 5 shares. Now, you can post the same thing in a different way. Notice how I already posted this, but this time I decided to use this background. And wow, look at the engagement on that. This was just 7 hours ago. All I said was my daughter and I are the owners of the newest Black-owned mortgage lending firm in the country. Do you guys see how many likes that got in that little bit of time? See all those comments? See how many shares? I didn't say anything about, hey, come to me if you need a home loan. I'm not selling my services. I'm letting them sell themselves. And I'm not saying that you can't occasionally be direct, but don't let that be the theme of your page. Nobody wants to see a page full of advertisements. And then I do love to post images like this, celebrating Black excellence. And the engagement can vary. But nonetheless, there's engagement. I posted all this stuff today, by the way. And this is how often I post. Okay, this was me on my rant a little bit. Just talking, just doing some research and kind of just posting information, right? Because remember, as you guys know, I'm new to real estate. I'm new to real estate. So people know me as the guy who promotes Black businesses and the guy who promotes Black positivity and Black excellence. They don't really know me yet as an expert in real estate. So I have to establish that. How am I establishing that? I'm just giving out information. Someone says, do you recommend sticking to Karen said, do you recommend sticking to a specific time to post, like doing what it's supposed to be? Good question, Karen. It doesn't matter. But I will say this, the weekends are the best time to be posting. Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning. Why? Can anybody answer that question to me? Why would the weekends be the best time to be posting?
Because most people are not at work.
Yes. What do people do all weekend long? They sit around on their phones. Everybody laid up, Shani said. It's true. I have seen more engagement over the weekends than any other day of the week. Remember, as we all know, during the week, people are working. That ain't stopping them from getting on their devices, but they're just not as available as they are on the weekends. They're either driving to work, at work, driving back from work, picking up kids, dropping off kids. During the weekend, people are chilling. They laid up, like Shani said, and they usually are on their devices engaging with content.
Dante,
Yes.
you know, for the people that don't know, my Facebook was ripped away from me by Facebook. I'm
Yeah.
working on it. I don't know. They said I didn't follow community guidelines, but they never really said which, like they never tell you what. So you have to just guess. Any which way, I created a new page finally after a few months. And now I only have like 100 friends, opposed to 15,000. And I'm
But
able to see a lot of the posts quicker because I'm not following so many people anymore, and then vice versa. Bye-bye, Mike. It's, with my babies? Oh, and then last room on the left. So here's what I was about to say. Somebody had asked how many times you post. I think you every time I look up, I have seen a new post from you. Like at least 5 to 10 a day. And so but it's easier for me to see because I'm not going through 15,000 profiles. And half the stuff is like, I want to screenshot it because I do want to comment, but I can't comment at that moment because now I'm working. So I think what you just said all just made sense. And, you know, I find myself doing exactly what you just said. You know, people are not as engaging because I'm busy during the day, but I always kind of remember to come back, especially if I feel like it's something that I can share some light on. So I just wanted to just say that.
thank you. I appreciate you for highlighting that point. It's so true. Do you guys know how many people are on Facebook? Let's see if anyone can guess in the comments how many, and do this without Googling it. I mean, I know you can Google it, but let's just see what you think. Put in the comments how many people use Facebook like on a monthly basis worldwide. Karen said 1 billion. Onisha said 10 million. Octavia said trillion. Okay. Kia said 11 million. Jean said a lot. Here's the number. 3 billion people a month use Facebook. There are 3 billion different accounts. That's almost half the world's population. This is why I'm a big fan of Facebook. It is by far the biggest and most popular social network. Again, if Instagram works for you, by all means, keep doing what you do. I'm not telling you not to use another platform, but this is why I like to focus on Facebook, because this is where everybody at. Not to mention that Facebook was really the grandfather of the whole social media movement. I mean, there were other those of us who are old enough, we know that there were other social media platforms before Facebook. There was Friendster, there was MySpace, there was Black Planet. But when Facebook came along, they really changed the game, and they're still in the game. They're still leading the game. For me, all of my clients in everything that I'm doing, and I'm involved in quite a few things from marketing to PR to recruiting and now real estate. Every single one of my clients comes from Facebook. And Facebook did not pay me to say that. All right. I was on my rant. I was just posting stuff, right? I came up with a whole bunch of posts. And notice how I'm gonna back up a little bit. Notice how I'm just being creative and different with the colors and icons and just the message. and the emojis. I'm just trying to see what sticks. Now, I didn't really expect all of this stuff to stick. And in fact, I do recall deleting one post during this particular rant that did not get any engagement. But still, these are engaging. This is my favorite one right here. Or was it this one? I don't even know. But anyways, I see very few people posting like that. Now, you're probably asking me, okay, as a real estate agent, what should I be typing in? What should I be posting? That's what you have to figure out. So if you're a real estate agent, for example, in the state of Georgia or the state of California, wherever you may be, you need to be up to par on what's going on when it comes to not just real estate, but go ahead and group it all in with real estate. I would say any type of anything that has to do with financial literacy, and just become an expert on those topics in your local area or nationwide. And then just share the information and just put it out there and let people know. Let them see you as a resource. Share something with them that they don't know. And you know what? Someone mentioned AI earlier. You can ask AI to do research for you. Say, hey, I'm trying to post some really good stuff on social media. I'm a real estate agent. You can tell this to ChatGPT. I'm a real estate agent trying to post some good stuff. I need some controversial facts that will shock people and that will make them want to engage with my post. And ChatGPT will spit you back with some ideas. Now, if ChatGPT gives you all bad ideas, then tell it that. Say, no, those are bad ideas. You can say, listen, my audience is Latino, or my audience is Black, or hey, my audience is more senior citizen, whatever it may be. Give me some more examples that would fit this particular audience, and just keep going back and forth with AI until you get it to give you what you want. And then start experimenting and see how people post. You guys will notice, so I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. These are all posts that I did in the last 24 hours. And you'll notice that the level of engagement, it varies. Just gonna scroll down slowly. You guys can see that I do a lot of storytelling. I like to focus on what other people are doing. Always remember that when you put the spotlight on other people, a little bit of that light reflects back on you. You put the spotlight on other people, a little bit of that light reflects back on you. So you notice I don't talk about myself a whole lot. Now I posted a video here. It didn't do as great as I wanted it to. That's okay. You know what? Here's another thing. Let me share this about videos. You do not have to create a video that has 1 million views for it to be successful. If you get 500 people to watch your video or 1,000 people to watch your video, that's successful. Imagine being in a room full of 500 people and being able to talk to them about who you are and what you do. Would that not be a lot of people? Why do we think that that's not enough when it comes to social media? Who told us that 500 views is not enough? Don't measure yourself to the views that everybody else is getting. 500 views is a lot. 1,000 views is a lot. That's 1,000 people that just watched what you had to say. And that's 1,000 people that could be easily potential clients of yours. Now, ideally, you should aim to create videos that could get you, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 views. 1 million would be great. But don't underestimate how many people 500 people is. That's a big number still. I am trying to scroll down just to show, because you guys can see my engagement. It varies. It can be from a couple of 100 likes to, let's see if I can find one that has 1,000 likes. I posted this, so this video did better. This video did a lot better. I posted this. By the way, when you guys create your videos, notice how I did this video a little differently, right? I actually put a background to it. gave it a good caption. And I recommend, if you're going to create social media videos, there's an app called CapCut. Now, there's a whole bunch of video apps out there, whole bunch of video editing apps. I think CapCut is as easy as it gets. And guess what? They got a free version that suffices. I don't even pay CapCut. Now, you can upgrade and get the free version, and you get a few more features. But basically, for what I'm trying to do, the free version of CapCut works for me. So check that out when you can. You'll see that this video, yeah, it did better. I got a lot more likes. Got a couple of comments in there. 18 people shared this. That's a lot. Let me see. This says view statistics. I'm gonna see how many people actually watched the video. So this is telling me right here that 1,157 people watched the video. So that video did not go viral, but 1,000 people watched it. And guess what? I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that. 1,000 people watched that. In this particular video, I talk about a service that I have that helps real estate investors find like distressed properties. 1,000 people watched it. It took me 2 minutes to film that video and another 2 minutes to kind of edit it and structure it the way I wanted it. And then I posted it. I'm okay with 1,000 views. Of course, I would like 10,000 views. That's usually my goal. But 1,000 views is not a failure. That's a success. I try to document if whatever I'm doing. This is when I went to InvestFest. I try to talk about whatever's relevant to my audience. I always focus on Black excellence, Black positivity. So you got to find the theme for your page. Find out what your audience wants. And just figure out how to engage with them. Give them what they want. Sometimes it's news. Just don't steer too far away from where you are. I mean, you want to keep them focused on your line of business. You don't want to just be posting anything and just random stuff. The reason why I post a lot about Black-owned businesses is because I help a lot of Black-owned businesses promote and advertise. But I want you guys to see the style. So notice this. For example, here's an image with text on it. But notice how it's just a little bit of text. I didn't overwhelm the image with text. Actually, I didn't even create this image, to be honest with you. I took this from somebody's page. But they took the story from me. We ran this story on blacknews.com. They took our headline, created an image for it. I took the image, reposted it. But the point is, they didn't overwhelm the image with text. It should be more photo in your photo than text. And as you can see, this did pretty well. Sometimes I'll just speak generally about what's going on in the business community. Posted there about Mark Cuban. I talked a little bit about this because this had to do with finances and just, preparing your finances in the right way. Here's another video. Let's see how many views this video got. So I got about another 1,300 views from that. That's okay. Another thing, as real estate agents, we shouldn't set the bar too high when it comes to making our videos because not everybody is interested in real estate. I mean, at the end of the day, real estate is a very streamlined industry, and getting 1 million views may not even be realistic in that regard. And even if you did get 1 million views, are these 1 million potential clients of yours? I mean, which would you prefer? To get 1 million views with people who have little to no interest in buying what you're selling, or to get 1,000 or 5,000 views and all these people are hardcore interested in what you have to sell and what you have to promote? I know a lot of people who get millions of views and can't sell nothing what they're trying to sell. I know people who have millions of followers and don't even make money because they got the wrong people watching their videos and they got the wrong people following them. Let's see. Karen says, I have another question. I'm very inconsistent with social media, but I have some really good pics from events last year up until last week, including pics of a lot of showings and my regular life photos. Is it too late to post those? It's never too late to post. In fact, I will go back, Karen, I go back all the time and repost stuff. If I had a post from 5 years ago that got a lot of engagement, if it makes sense, I'll repost it again 5 years later. Kia said that comes with lack of education on the importance of owning real estate. So there you go, Kia. You just unlocked the door right there. That's how we got to use our Facebook or social media pages to educate people on the importance of owning real estate. That's exactly what we got to do. But you got to do it in a creative, engaging way. Let people know, hey, this is why we should be owning real estate. Hey, this home ownership is key to wealth. You're not asking a lot, Karen. You guys can feel free to ask as many questions as you would like. I will post, like when we do a training session, I'll post something like that right before we get online. That usually does help. But as you can see, the common theme here to my page is usually just Black excellence, Black business, Black history, Black positivity. This is what people know me for. This is what they follow me for. And this is what they end up engaging with my content for. Oh, speaking of this, I told you guys earlier, I said, hey, go to TikTok and find videos that are relevant to your audience and to your industry and download it. TikTok has a download button, so they want you to download the videos. They want you to share it elsewhere. So I saw this video. I thought it was interesting. I downloaded it from TikTok. I reposted it here, and it got some engagement. I post images like this all the time that do really well. This was a client. These are pictures, by the way. When you take pictures, if you're going to post pictures of yourself, that's fine. But it shouldn't just be a selfie. Think about it. Why would I want to see a selfie of you? How is that going to interest me? Looking at a page full of selfies. Show me you in your moment. Show me what you do. Show me how you do it. Give me a visual. These are the type of pictures that people respond to and people like. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about leading people back to you so that they can buy into whatever it is that you're selling. If we're real estate agents, yes, we're selling homes, or we're selling our services to help people buy a home or sell their home. So just keep
Dante,
pushing content. Yes.
you know, I know I keep interjecting, but this is just so great because I know that you're my newest business partner in real estate, but I actually have already introduced businesses to the page if they want to pay for advertisement, because the truth is that I see that it works. And so now, whether this was the intent or not, I'm not sure, but you're like my go-to for PR now, whether you know it or not. So,
Thank you.
he didn't tell me, Claudiane, I do PR. He reached out to me for something totally different. And now I'm engaging and understanding what it is that he's doing. And I'm looking at the engagement. I just became a customer of one of his clients. So it's like, wow, this is like marketing at a whole nother level. And I have paid for ads in the past. And I'll be honest with you, like, I don't think any of my ads were, yeah, they might have been liked and commented by bots, but this is real engagement on your, like, I know that this is real engagement. You can tell, like, you just know it, y'all. And so you never told me place an ad, but I see that you're sharing stories is a great place to be. And then eventually I just kind of figured it out by talking to you and just understanding what it is that you were posting. So I just had to just come in and say that.
I appreciate you. And I'm glad you said that because I wanna talk a little bit about that point. Excuse me. Most of what we do is already self-explanatory. And if it's not, tell people what you do without telling them what you do. Just show them. Just show them what you do. So Claudiane, you were able to see from my page what I do. And you're right, I never mentioned to you anything about the PR services. And honestly, That's how we get 90% of our clients. They just see us posting. I haven't even showed you guys the Black News page. We're on my personal page. We get way more engagement on the Black News page. You guys can check that out when you get a chance. But yeah, when people see what you're doing, you really don't have to explain anything to them. They already know who to go to when they need you. And that's important. And this can be accomplished as real estate agents as well. But listen, it's about brainstorming. It's about being clever. It's about researching. It's about experimenting. It's about failing and failing again and failing again and failing again. And then finally, right before you're ready to give up, you figure it out. That's what this is about. That's what this takes. Gene says, can you repost other people's videos on TikTok too? Yes, you can. Are you asking me, Gene, can you take a person's video from TikTok and post it on Facebook? Or are you saying, can you take it from TikTok and post it on TikTok again? Because if you're asking the latter, you can't, I don't think you could do that. I don't think you could take a video from TikTok and then put it on your TikTok page. I think that would hurt you if you did that. I think that would hurt your algorithms. And I think it probably ended up getting deleted. But you can take it and post it on other platforms. I've been doing that for years. Absolutely. And that's another thing, find videos. Like, I mean, take time to find out how other people are posting. The good thing about social media is you know how well a post does because it's all there right in front of you. So when you're looking at other people and how they're posting, you're looking at their videos, you're looking at their images, whatever they're posting, you can tell immediately whether it was successful or not. When you see something that's got 1,000 likes or 10,000 likes, you already know that was a good post. So you can emulate that. And then when you see other posts that are getting very little engagement, you can say, okay, well, then that's exactly what I should not be doing. But again, never underestimate, never think that it all has to be like 1 million. So notice this one here got 1,400 likes. That's a lot. This one here, another 1,400 likes. And you can see the comments and you can see the shares. This one got about 140,000. This one has 561. Another thing too, notice how, remember I mentioned the collage of images. And I mentioned that you can use up to 2 images and be okay. But notice how, I want to show you guys something. With this particular post, when I found out that Red Lobster had a Black CEO, I played around with images just to see, right? Never feel like you can only post about something once. I will post about the same thing 3 times, 4 times back to back. I don't care. It doesn't hurt you in any way. And no one's going to be like, well, why do you keep posting about? It only helps. But I wanted to see which one was going to do better. So I created this image, right? This is a vertical image. And look at how many likes it got. Look how many comments it got. Look how many shares it got. Then I took that same image and did it horizontally. And it did just as well. And I posted these back to back. You guys can do the exact same thing. When you post, just throw everything up on the wall and see what sticks. And as I've mentioned, if it don't stick, then just delete it. You've lost nothing. If it doesn't get any engagement, just delete it. If it gets little engagement, you can leave it. If it gets great engagement, obviously you definitely want to leave it. So these are videos that I've been making. So my numbers are going up a little bit. This video got almost 2,000 views. Now think about this. Now I didn't show y'all at least 3 videos, maybe 4 videos that I made that got around 1,000 views. So let's add that up. Even though I had to do 4 videos to get there, I still almost got to about 5,000 views. That's pretty good. Now, again, ideally, I would love to do a video that would get 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, 1 million views. And that happens. I've done a video. In fact, I'm gonna show you guys a video right now. I did a recent video that got about 200,000 views. Let me see if I can find it though. Let's see if I can find it. I'm just scrolling through. Now, as I'm scrolling through, I still want you guys to take a look at what I did and how I'm constructing these images, because this can be done with real estate. You just have to figure it out. Just be clever about it and creatively figure it out. But this image, as you can see, got almost 5,000 likes and has been shared more than 1,000 times. This is one of my clients. All it is 2 images put together with a little headline, tagline, caption, whatever you want to call it. Oh, so I did the same thing, right? I posted about the same thing multiple times back to back. So this this is about a father-daughter from Chicago, father-daughter duo from Chicago. They have their own line of pudding. I created that image, then I created this one, posted it right then and there. Notice that this one didn't do as well, but it still did well. Let me see if I can find. I did a video recently that got 200,000 views. And this is why I tell you guys, keep shooting those videos. Don't give up on those videos because it's hit or miss. Oh, here's one we did recently. This is a client as well. I decided to put together some images. Notice again, I'm only using 2 images at a time in one image because I know Facebook will penalize that. I gave it a nice little caption. This is September 1st, so this is 11 days ago. 57,000 likes. 7,000, almost 8,000 people shared it. That's the kind of content you want to be creating. And remember, your content lives on. When you post, remember, Facebook will continue to push this out to people. So truthfully, the last time I looked at this particular post, it was at 40,000. Now I'm looking at it and I didn't got another 17,000 likes. I didn't even really realize that. Good content lives on. Am I going over time? Are we good with time?
You've been over time, but this is so good. I don't think nobody knows. We finished at 8, but this is so good. And the people that want to hear it'll be here. I do want to open up for Q&A.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that.
Another 5 minutes of just Q&A.
Sure.
But I do want to say this, since you kind of gave us the permission, I am literally going to take my page and mimic what you have done. I know you didn't talk about this yet, but I love how you use you and your daughter as a storyline to draw people in, because people love storylines. So I love how you say my daughter and I, I see that a lot on your page. And so I do want to, first of all, if you have something else to say, go right ahead. I would have been interrupted you. But I do want to give the people a chance to do Q&A, if you don't mind. If we could do 5 minutes, yes. I'm going to keep us on track, guys. It's 8:30. At 8:35, we're going to bring this to a close. If you've learned one thing tonight, I see Jeffrey's on here. Shout out to Jeffrey. He's on his way to do 60 million. But I now see him using Facebook. Every time I look up, he's posting something and I'm following what he's doing. So kudos to him. Kudos to everybody really on here for being here. If you learned something, drop a number 2. If you learned something tonight, drop a number 2.
I'm glad you guys learned something. And guess what?
Somebody already updated their Facebook page. And I just want to say that I'm be copying you. So I don't want to hear Claudia is copying me. I am the master of copying the right people.
Listen, there's enough room for all of us at the top. I want all of us to be sitting at the top together. There's enough room for us. It's all about sharing ideas. It's all about being a community and helping and uplifting one another. Let's answer Tesha's question. Tesha, please.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for all of this great information. I love it. One thing I did learn is I'm going to go to your page and post whatever you post. But my question is, would you say that pictures do better on Facebook instead of Reels?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never use Reels. Every time they pop up that notification, do you want to make this a Reel? I'd be like, no.
Okay.
And here's why. And I'm not saying it's wrong to use Reels, because try it. My suggestion is try it and see what works. What I'm doing is already working without Reels. So I'm okay with not changing anything until it stops working.
Right.
What I'm doing works fine. Engagement is high. Like I said, all of our clients are coming from Facebook based on what you guys see me posting. Even the real estate clients are coming. So those posts, uh, especially when I told you guys I went on that rant. Remember when I went on that rant with those little text messages about Black home ownership this, and only 6% of real estate agents are Black, and white people are less likely to hire a Black real estate agent. When I did that, I checked my email 10 minutes later, leads, boom, 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 boom. I mean, people were going to our websites, filling out, either placing orders for what we sell or just filling out the form, asking for more information. So like for me, the method I'm using is working. I know that people talk about stories, they talk about reels. I've never used stories, I've never used reels. I'm not saying it ain't gonna work. I'm just saying the way I'm posting works. And I've just learned that with social media, just stick to what's working for you, find your own style, find your own way, and just keep going direct. Just keep hitting repeat.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Somebody put a question in the comment. Jeffrey says, since I was greeted, I will add my 2 cents now. He said, yep, it doesn't do well on Facebook. Plus, IG will post your things into Reel on Facebook if your pages sync. Okay, so are you saying that Reels don't do well on Facebook, Jeffrey? You with us, Jeffrey? He said, correct. Go straight video with your images and videos. Okay, so Jeffrey is in agreement with my philosophy. Don't do reels. I mean, again, you can try it. There he is. There's Jeffrey. I'm not saying don't try it. My thing is try to see what happens. But I personally never really saw the need to do reels. And I got Jeffrey with me now. So he's like, nah, don't do it. Did you want to elaborate on that, Jeffrey? Now that we got you on the center.
I see that. I tried to incognito myself here, but good evening, everyone. Definitely agree with you. Definitely agree with everything you're saying. I picked up on that a long time ago, though, that Reels would do a lot better on Instagram than they would on Facebook. So I post a lot on Facebook. I lost my Instagram for the second time, and every time I've lost it, I always say, hey, I'm going to give attention into Facebook. And one of the best things that I enjoy about Facebook is that everyone's on there. And when I say everyone, you're people that are 60, you're people that are 50, you're people that are 30, you're people that are 20, because of the engagement that I'm receiving on there. But one of the things that I know is that once you do a video, a photo, which I post a lot of pictures. Once you do a photo, it always says, do you want to turn this into a reel, add music to it, all of that? I always say no because of that particular reason. I know that this is not the platform for it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And that you brought up a good point, Jeffrey, too, about putting music to the post. I guess you'd have to see. I have never added music to a video or to an image, but I see people doing that sometimes, and I see that it works sometimes. So if you're really bent on putting music to your video, try it and see what happens. To me, it's just a little distracting from whatever message I'm trying to transmit. I feel like the music is distracting that. So that's why I personally don't do it.
They say it works a lot on Instagram because what happens is people that are looking for songs so songs have replaced hashtags when you're on Instagram. So what happens is if I go onto Instagram or I go onto Twitter and I search a particular song, supposedly your video is supposed to pop up on there. So that's why you'll see that people are using songs that are trending. For example, when Chris Brown Sensational was a thing, when Beyonce Texas was a thing, a lot of people were using that song because those were the songs that were trending at that moment. So once again, I believe that songs trend better on Instagram and X rather than on Facebook once again. So many platforms. Oh my gosh. And I never do music on TikTok.
Never, yeah. So there you guys go. I mean, there's so much going on. You just got to find your way and just experiment and figure it out. And I think that every one of us will have different results, right? Because I just think it depends on the way you're pushing yourself out, the messages you're pushing out. But you know what? Speaking on that, and we're gonna get to Shamika real quick. I don't recommend trying to be on every social media platform. Just pick one or two and stick with those. You can't be on all of them. You cannot be on all of them. There's no way you're gonna be on all of them. Okay, Shamika, yes, please.
Hi, I have a question. Well, pretty much a statement. I noticed I was always a Facebook girl I had Instagram when it first was created because like the Vine account instantly converted over to Instagram. So I used to be on Vine a lot back in the days and then converted over to Instagram. So I had it ever since it came out. But I noticed I just like Facebook more. So probably within the last 3-4 months, I decided to convert and do more and be more active and present on Instagram. So I have my Instagram account and Facebook account linked together. Before on Facebook, I used to average like 200 plus likes on a post, right, on Facebook. And ever since I synced my Instagram and my Facebook together, so when I post on Instagram, it will automatically post on Facebook. Now I'm averaging less than 100 likes on Facebook. So do you think I should just separate the two, post directly on Facebook, then go to Instagram and post directly there? And do you think it's causing the algorithm issues? Yeah, I agree. Yes. Okay, that's what, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and do that.
And here's something I'll say generally speaking about that. Don't automate anything. Because somebody asked that earlier about automating posts. And I know there's platforms out there. I just don't believe in that stuff because I believe in having the human touch when it comes to social media. And I believe in being hands-on. So like even I myself, right? I have a lot going on to be posting, but I still prefer to handle it myself because a lot of it has to do with instincts and timing. And that's something that really only you are going to have. A machine is not going to have that. An AI ain't going to have that, and neither will a VA. Develop those type of instincts so that you know what to be posting, when to be posting, how to be posting. And then also you want to be monitoring it with your own eyes so that you can see if it's not getting engagement, pull it down. And that's another thing, a VA or AI is not going to do that for you. So that's why I just believe in keeping it 100% human, at least for the moment. Okay, any other questions? You're welcome. Somebody said, Kia said it's too hard. It's nothing worthwhile is going to be easy, Kia.
Yep. Say that again. Guys, we got one more minute. We got enough time for one more question. I want to thank everybody again. Guys, please drop Dante some fires. If you have not learned anything, I learned something today that, sometimes you look and you hear, oh man, he's been doing this since he's been in college. Oh, 25 years. But the truth is, what is the next 20 years going to look like? People, y'all think about this. I would pay him to run an ad on his social media. I don't even know if he does it. I'm sure somebody's doing it. So don't think about, and I'm actually, when I say this, I'm actually talking to me. Y'all, my kids tore up my glasses and now the next leg is about to come off. Y'all pray for me. The 2 and the 3-year-olds. But now all I'm thinking about is, man, I really should have started my community 5 years ago. I should have just done it. I was too busy. I want people to pay me for ads on YouTube too. There are people making a lot of money because they just have a huge following because people just dedicated time. And the truth is, guys, record yourself. Record yourself. For him to go and tell his client to go in front of I forget the name of the business, Hallmark, with her wrapping paper was brilliant. I've never had any of my PR people tell me that. Claudia, go in front of a house with some keys and dangle it. Claudia, go in front of your school building, dangle the keys in front. Like nobody has told me that. Yeah, I get a lot of DMs. We'll do social media marketing with you. We'll put you here. They'll give you all these things, but to me, doesn't that just make sense? Go in front of Hallmark. You don't got to own the Hallmark. Your paper that now I'm going to go in there and go find because now I'm paying attention and I'm very intentional. I'm very intentional. And if it makes sense, if it's something that I'm using anyway, then why not even try it? I try the pamphlets, they don't work, they leak, then I don't use them again. I don't have to worry about making a bad review. I just don't use them again. Does that make sense? You know, I stayed in an Airbnb the other day and I realized the lady looked like me, but the water was scorching hot. Legend got burned by the water, right? Because Legacy came in and turned one of the knobs, and just like that, it went hot. And I just simply inboxed her. I wasn't, you know, gonna go and post this bad review, but it was something that I think she needed to have known, maybe that she didn't even think about, and she was so grateful. So guys, give it a try. Listen, post. I'm telling you right now, y'all are about to be sick of me. And I know exactly what to do. I'm going to ChatGPT. I'm going to look for local news, and I'm just going to post information about real estate. Don't try to go be the marketing PR team. That's not what you do. I do real estate. How many people? I don't know if y'all been listening. See, y'all think we just host these trainings and I know it all, so I don't pay attention? Wrong. I was paying attention, okay? He said several times through this whole training, don't focus on his content. Duplicate the actions. I believe that I can take my sales expertise and go work in the car dealership, because the portion of the sales is no different whether I sell houses or cars. Is it true that you could sell a Toyota or a Porsche? Absolutely. I could sell luxury, I could sell commercial, I could sell a commercial vehicle, I could. It's the same difference. I'm just using, it's just another tool, another outlet. I heard him say several times, now you all do real estate. Y'all heard that? Figure it out. Go post more about real estate. Stop posting houses only. Stop. You don't even worry about it, Jerry. You will never have to do another whole bunch of banners for me. I'm going to have to go to work. That means more videos from Claudienne. And it's the truth. We don't, oh, I'm too busy. Man, I could have did a quick 20-second video with Dante, and we could have posted it on his Black News or his page, wherever he posted it. And maybe it would have gotten more engagement. This is the truth. So when he said it, I was just like, oh my God, how long would it have taken me to just do a video? And he don't look like he got all dressed up. I love when I see him with them red glasses. That's like his signature. I'm like, well, where the red glasses at today?
Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on, I got you. Here we go.
Y'all, we did not make that up just now. We did not just make, but he's branding. So when I go to his page, it's really what I see, wow, this guy wear red glasses. He's not all dressed up. I mean, it's just a regular photo. Y'all know we get ready to go do hair, makeup.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dante.
No, I just want to interject real quick. The videos should be raw. You don't have to worry about overdoing the videos. Keep them raw. When I'm watching TikTok, because that's like my go-to. I'm not even a YouTube person anymore. And I'm not saying don't use YouTube, but I'm just saying TikTok is bigger than YouTube at this point. And people like TikTok because you get the information in a lot less time. 30 seconds, bam. And when I'm watching the way these TikTok videos are shot, they are shot very amateurishly. Now, amateurishly doesn't mean unprofessionally. Be professional. But what I'm saying is they're raw, ain't a whole lot of editing going on. You guys know Keith Lee? You guys know who Keith Lee is, right? Look at Keith. Keith Lee be sitting in the passenger seat of his car on every video, and he got 15 million followers. And he's sitting in the passenger seat with the camera on the dashboard. It works.
Yep. So guys, that is our time. Listen, I got a lot of value here. I'm so glad that over 50-something people showed up at the height of this training, and they all stayed tuned in till around 8:30-ish. Listen, that is our time. Thank you so much, Dante. We'll see some more of you. You're about to take Mexico to a whole nother level. We appreciate you for that. And y'all, this is not the end. You're going to see more of Dante and I. I'm headed to Mexico. Like, this is going to be amazing. We're really taking it to the next level, guys. Y'all know how I like to end. I like to end with love, peace, and real estate. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody. Appreciate the invitation. It was a pleasure. We'll see you.